how's it going? Mr. Choose here with Tray Arithmetic. We're going to talk about LCMs and LCDs. Make sure if you are not someone that understands least common multiples, least common denominators, and adding fractions, like this video and maybe it will help you here. And then subscribe. There'll be a button over here on the right corner. You can subscribe, and then always check out Mr. Choose videos to help you in tray arithmetic, bare algebra, and brachiometry. All right, in challenge 1, we're asking you find the LCM both using multiples and prime factors of 4, 8, and 12. There's 2 ways to do it. Let's start out by finding the multiples. The multiples means 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, 4 times 5 is 20, 4 times 6 is 24, 4 times 7 is 28, 4 times 8 is 32, and you may have to go further. Now let's do the 8s. 8 times 1 is 8, so the very first thing I'm saying, oh, maybe 8 could be, nope, because 12 is bigger than 8. Remember, multiples means you're going to multiply them by something to get to that number. So 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 3 is 24, 8 times 4 is 32, 8 times 5 is 40. Well, there's a 24, so that's in the running now. Now let's do our 12s. 12 times 1 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24, 12 times 3 is 36, and I say, oh, I see it now. It's a 24. So do you see how I have a 24 in all 3 of these? So my LCM stands for least common multiple is 24. Now that's not always the easiest method. There is another way. And that other way is to use prime factors. So I take each one, 4, and break it into its primes. And remember, we talked about this in an earlier video. I can use a factor tree. 2 times 2, they're both primes, is the prime factorization of 4. And then 8, I can do my 8 now. That's 2 times 4, and 4 is 2 times 2, so it's 2 times 2 times 2. That's how we come up with them. And then my 12 is 2 times 6, and 6 is 2 times 3. So the prime factorization of 12 is 2 times 2 times 3. Now we circle what's in all of them, if it's in all, or at least 2. 2 and 3 are not common. So my LCM, using this method, is 2 because I circled it, 2 because I circled it, 2 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 3 is 24. Now, when is this helpful? It's helpful when these have x's and y's in them. This method is. It's a lot harder doing the multiples when you've got x's and y's. It's almost impossible, actually. So if this would have been 12x, so if this would have been, let's say it had been 4xy squared and 8x squared y and 12 x cubed y to the 4th, you'd have never got it like this. That's an algebra question, or pre-algebra that I would do in Tray Arithmetic Plus. So that gives you an idea of why you do it in 2 ways. Now we already have the LCM, and the LCM is the LCD. So I know I've got to change this 4 to a 24, the 8 to 24, and the 12 to 24. So let's go ahead and rewrite this. and get common denominators. Okay, so the way we do this, you got to multiply the 4, which I have in blue here, to get to the 24 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I multiply this by 6 over 6. And then the 7/8 that I have here in green, I multiply the 8 by 1, 2, 3 to get to my 24. And then the 12, I multiply by 2, and I have to multiply it by 2 over 2 because that has to be a 1. 3 over 3 is 1, 6 over 6 is 1, which means I get equivalent, not simplified fractions. So I get 1 times 6 over 4 times 6 minus 7 times 3 over 8 times 3 minus 7 times 2 over 12 times 2. Now you notice the bottom of each one is going to be the same. 1 times 6 is 6 over 24 minus 21 over 24 minus 14 over 24. And so since I've got the same denominator, I can put the numerators with their operations together. 6 minus 21 minus 14. So 6 minus 21 is negative 15 minus 14 over 24. And negative 15 minus 14 is negative 29 over 24. And that is an improper fraction. So I take my 24 and divide it into the 29. It goes 1 time. 1 times 24 is 24. Remainder 5, so it's negative 1 and 5/24. And that is my final answer. All right, make sure if you need more practice, go back to the regular lesson, which shows you 2 more examples. Down here will be a playlist of other arithmetic topics that you might want to check out about fractions and LCMs and LCDs. Mr. Chu. This is Trey Arithmetic. And remember, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and never forget that Mr. Chu wants to help you learn fractions. I'll see you in the next video.